I&B music.
Get it, I get it, money, flash. Flexing on this money, bougie, bitch, only fuck the check. Fucking for them down.
Yeah. Oops, wrong loop. My bad, y'all. Wrong relay, wrong overlay. Yeah. We here. EBL Wave Gang. We in the building. EBL podcast episode number 10. Burgle. They didn't think we was gonna get to number 10, bro.
Hey man, double digits. Let's go.
Hey, that's a fact.
That's what's up.
All right, yo. So first of all, how you doing tonight, Burgle?
I'm doing good, man. Saturday night of some good battles. We had some good Discord battles. We had some URL battles. We had a lot going on, man.
We just had everything was going on tonight. Yo, shout out to the lab right quick. If y'all haven't heard of the lab, go check them out on YouTube. That's like our that's our cousins of when it comes to EBL. You see what I'm saying? Like we had a couple of guys from there that battle on EBL shit like that. Go check them out. They
shout out
have some pretty
Commodity in
dope
the lab.
That's a fact. Shout out all of the Commodity, Punch God, Fuse, Spitbox. It's a lot of them that I could be naming them all day, but there's too many of them.
That's a fact. Salute.
All right, so Burgle, before we get started on, I guess we're gonna talk. You want to talk about the recap, the Ultimate Madness recap first, or we gonna recap the whole?
We should get right to it, man. Like, woo.
We're gonna talk about that first, or do you want to talk about the whole karma shit first?
I mean, the Ultimate Madness is fresh on my mind. I think we should talk about that, man. That's right where I'm at right now. It just ended. Woo.
All right, go. All right, well, you got the floor, sir, because I was busy at work and stuff, so I didn't have a chance to really like lock in on it. So you got the floor. Talk to me.
So it started off with Amin and Jimz, and Jimz came out with he tried to start his round like he starts his blog, and I can clearly see he started trying to incorporate more of the stuff that people like in his blogs into his rap. But it wasn't hitting. So it was like, it was kind of cringeworthy. It was definitely kind of cringeworthy. And like, he was trying his best. And I really can't even remember any of the blog. Nothing was really memorable from Jimz. He was just doing his antics from the blog in the middle of his raps. And nobody was laughing at his jokes. So it was cringeworthy. And then on the flip side, Ace was damn good. He started off kind of slow. And Ace this is arguably the best Ace I've ever seen. So on top of that, like Ace was cooking, and he was cooking all 3 rounds. Jimz did have a good third round. His first 2 was lackluster. His third was good. It ended kind of awkwardly, but his third was good. It was his best round. But Ace was consistent all 3. You could give Jimz the third. So I'm not mad if someone has Ace 2-1. But yeah, the Ace definitely won the battle in my opinion. But yeah, Jimz, he tried to do something different, and I think it fell kind of flat, fortunately.
Oh man.
Yes, I don't think he missed too much. I mean, Ace is good. It's worth a watch back. So Ace was good. If you're an Ace Amin fan, it's definitely a worth a watch back. If somebody from the bootleg gang. Yeah, if somebody had that screen recorded, it's definitely worth the watch back if you're an Ace fan, because Ace was in and out of flows. He was in a different bag. He was impressive tonight.
So when that battle first got announced, what were your initial thoughts on it? You were just kind of like, is Jimz respectively, or
shout out to Caps, because I was watching his blog and in the live, and he basically articulated exactly how I felt and how a lot of people felt. We knew there was only 2 battles coming up this weekend for UM3, and I was just happy to have 2 more battles added to the card. Holmzie and Oops and Jimz and Ace. I wasn't particularly excited about what might happen in the battle. I'm just a battle rap fan, so I was happy to have more battles, to be honest. So I didn't really know. I figured Ace would win going into the battle. I was rooting for Jimz because I'm a fan of Jim's blogs. I like that. He's hilarious. So I was rooting for him. But yeah, Ace took that. But just about hearing about it, I was just happy to hear another battle. What did you think when you first heard it?
I was kind of on the fence because I was like, all right, It's that what have you done for me lately mentality. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And last time we saw Jimz in the ring, he wasn't that great. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like for me, the battle is just random. Like Jimz versus Ace, it's just a random, awkward battle for me to hear about on paper. You see what I'm saying? Because it's
I
like,
agree.
because all
I
right,
agree.
because like, all right, Burger, you know me. I'm a person that like when I listen to battles, I like to hear a little bit of storyline, a little bit of hype behind it, and it's just
Yeah.
like there was none of that for that. So I was like, what?
Yeah, it was really random, no backstory, no previous encounters or anything like that. It was just kind of out of nowhere. But there is one connection I just thought about. I mean, Oops and Jimz are kind of like from RBE, so it's kind of weird that they both were on the card as like quick battles, isn't it?
Eh, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
I mean, I just thought about that angle. I'm not sure if it was true or anything, but I was like, wait a minute, they both from RBE and they both happen to just be quick battles. And Oops actually, let's move on to that one because unless you got anything else to say about the Jimz and Ace battle.
I mean, like you said, it was Ace. What you said, 2-1, possibly 3-0.
Basically, yeah. Jimz had a good third. It was his best, but I could see someone arguing with Ace if they wanted. But I had it 2-1 Ace. I gave Jimz the third.
Okay. I mean, even with you saying that, like I kind of had to figure that in my head, like because it's like not like Ace been low key back on a run ever since he had his that battle against the John battle.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad.
I was hoping because Ace gets a little fumbly stumbly sometimes, but he went in this battle.
Yeah.
He didn't do any of that. Yeah, he was good.
All right. Oops and Holmzie.
See, now this battle I didn't see all of because I was actually judging a Discord battle. Shout out to Lab and Commodity once again. I was judging a battle on the Lab. So I didn't really see this battle. I did watch a quick recap. Actually, shout out to PSA Hip Hop 3 Letterman. I watched his recap because I kind of had the battle on in the back. Oops was cooking. Holmzie was really choppy for some reason. Like he kept I don't know, he kept stopping. And it was really weird. And he was messing up his flow. And Oops was good. I mean, I'm not the biggest Oops fan because his style is a little, I don't know, it's either for you or it's not. But he was working in this battle. I think Oops won the battle from what I saw. And 3 Letterman, he basically said Oops won. But I didn't watch enough of it to say definitively like, oh, Oops was great or Holmzie was trash. But from the little bit I listened to, I had Oops win. And to be honest, I was less excited about this battle than I was for the Jimz Ace battle. So I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, this battle was either here nor there to me.
Nah, fair enough. Well then.
Well, yeah, I know you didn't see it, so it's like, yeah, I mean, but it wasn't really exciting. It was choppy, and I think the Oops took it home. No pun intended.
I mean, was Oops's performance enough to where you'd want to see him again on URL or what?
To me, he was just like a good Oops, and if you like Oops, if you've seen him perform before, then you probably won't see him again. I'm not the biggest Oops fan, so it's kind of like doesn't really matter to me. He wasn't bad for me to say he doesn't deserve to be on another good card, but he was just a good Oops. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that third round he had on RB. I forgot the opponent. Forgive me, but that
The
third real
shit?
talk round that he had, when he had the third round greatness, it wasn't like that. So you know what I'm saying? But he definitely deserves another plate. I'll give him that.
Okay. What are we doing with Holmzie at this point? Because this is another battle. I guess that you're saying that he hasn't really been that good in. Like he had to beat that battle. And then you got this
I'm not
one,
the biggest
and
Holmzie
then
fan either. Yeah.
You think it was just a tournament hype that behind him, and that's what kind of propelled him, and now people are just looking back at him now. It's like, wait a minute, maybe we were looking at it through rose-colored glasses for a second.
I definitely think it was the tournament hype because even in the tournament, I thought like he was winning those battles that he won, but he wasn't super impressive to me. I'm not saying he was good. He wasn't choking. He was defeating his opponents. But my preference, I'm not really the biggest Holmzie fan either. So, I mean, he didn't do that great tonight. I don't know where he goes from here. I mean, he's kind of stagnant. He's kind of stuck right there. And you'd have to give him another I wouldn't say another, but you have to give him like a mid-tier opponent. He's gonna have to prove himself again.
Is Holmzie slided in? Is Holmes? Hold on. Is Holmzie slided into that? What's that Jerry West territory? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it's almost like limbo. They're in purgatory. It's like they just stuck. You know what I mean? It's definitely he's definitely in that I hate to say that like that, but he's definitely in that category because he's not great in my opinion, and he's not bad, but he's just mediocre to me. On a scale of battle, he's definitely better than me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, he's kind of stuck. I don't know who I want to him against. Like
JC.
Yeah. I wouldn't be interested in battle for my honest opinion. Like, okay, book it, but I'd have JC winning clearly if you had to ask me. Yeah, Holmzie just doesn't. He's not really my cup of tea.
Fair enough. All right, so we talked about the first two battles. Let's get to the part that people care about, the semifinals.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
All right. So it was Geechi and Casey first, right?
Yes, sir.
Who went first?
Casey went first. So Casey comes out the gate, and Casey's doing good. Casey's doing this. Her delivery is still her delivery. Either you like it or you don't. I'm not the biggest fan of her delivery, but she was cooking. She had some bars in there. I can't quote, but she was working. And then Geechi just went, and then Geechi just blew the doors off the bitch. Like Geechi was super disrespectful. He had angles, he had punches, he had charisma, he had the whole building on his side. Tony Bro actually kind of had a mini meltdown after the bat. Shout out Black Compass. He had a mini meltdown about the crowd. He had a little mini meltdown about the crowd reaction during the Geechi Casey battle during his judgment. He was a little upset about it. Seemed like it was kind of biased. I don't know, but Geechi was cooking. And he did her dirty all 3 rounds. Casey didn't choke. Geechi had a minor stumble where it was like, ooh, she might get him. And then now he picked it right back up. And he beat the pants off Casey. Literally, man. It was dirty. He did her dirty. 30 piece.
All right, so why is it that Geechi is starting to get this stigma, or there's people are trying to put this narrative that Geechi just gets gassed in the building? Like, do you feel like that's what it is, or what?
I'm not gonna say there wasn't any gas, but it's obvious to me. You got to be an idiot if you don't see it. He's charismatic. He's likable. He's good. Not only is he charismatic and likable, he's really good. He's like Bill Collector, but he's on 10 when he raps every time. Think about that. People love Bill Collector, but Bill Collector has these battles like when he battled Big T. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, Bill? We like you, Bill. We want to see you do well, but you're fucking up. We feel the same way about Geechi, but he still keeps amazing us. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's hard to not like Geechi, and then his rhymes are so good. Dog, the crowd was eating out the palm of his hand. He was talking about Casey, her mama. He wasn't disrespecting her mother, but he was basically putting Casey on blast to her mother. He was talking about her slut around. He had a house party line that was crazy. Like, all 3 rounds, he didn't hold no punches with her, no pun intended. Like, it was dirty. You could see it on her face. She knew in the middle of that second round, like, this is getting ugly. And she still fought. She fought her ass off. But it didn't matter. Geechi was on 30. Like, bro, he ripped her head off. It was a Sub-Zero, old school Sega Genesis. You need the code to see the shit, he ripped her fucking head off. It was bad. Like,
Oh man, shout out Casey.
Yeah, like she did her thing, but Geechi was just on one.
Hey, at least Geechi didn't, choke this time against her.
I swear he had a big he looked her in her face real quick and had a quick little and then he just went right through it. And I was like, all right, he caught himself. But it was kind of scary because if you watched the face off and you saw what they were talking about, and then he had an angle in it where he did call her a dick. Instead of actually he used his slogan, which is use a bitch. I think he started the second round with nigga, use a witch. So he actually started his round with that. So he started his round off with that. he had everything in this battle, man. Like, yo, shout out to Geechi, man. If he has another year performing like this, year or two, he's gonna be top 5 of all time. I'm not putting him there right now. A lot of people are already crowning him. I'm not crowning him yet because the longevity matters to me. But
hey, like we discussed before, you know, a lot of people are really trying to put him into that legend category. I don't know, it's weird, but it's also interesting because it's like he really hasn't battled, you know, guys that we consider in that legend tier yet. You see what I'm saying? Like he hasn't battled the Hollows, the Moogs, the Luxes, people like that. So I don't know. Like,
I'm
and it's like,
yo, you know, my bad, Dave. Keep going.
No, it's just like I just said. It's just interesting to me that a lot of people are trying to put him up there, like because you're pretty much making him skip what we call in battle rap the high top tier people, and just want to throw him. Okay, you just skip the whole line and go all the way up to the top. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I disagree in the sense that I don't think he's actually skipping it if you really know battle rap. I think he's skipping it to the casual fan who's just putting him up there already. But I think he's actually progressing the way he should. He's supposed to have Mook upcoming, which is how it should be.
Right.
He's already went through a gamut of battle rappers, and now he's about to get to that upper echelon. So if you really follow battle rap, you're educated, and you're not ignorant about the ins and outs of battle rap, I think he's progressing perfectly. But there are people who are crowning him, and I think that's what you're talking about. He's not there yet, in my opinion. He's not there yet. He hasn't done enough and not for long enough yet. People talking about like Lux, Mook, Arsenal, Disaster, those guys. A lot of people hate on Disaster, but Disaster's 20 years in. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 20 years. Geechi's 3-4 years in. It matters to be relevant for 20 years. You know what I mean? That means it doesn't mean like your raps are great, but that is a part of the argument. I think the best way to describe Geechi right now is he's the best nigga playing right now in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's not retired yet. He's not retired. He's not a legend. He's still balling, and he's winning championships right now. So you got to let him do his thing. He's like Jordan in his prime right now. He ain't done yet, so we don't know what he's going to be yet. What if he get injured? Like, hypothetically. What if something happened and Geechi just fall off a cliff tomorrow? Can you call him the GOAT? If he quits right now, is he the best ever? I don't think so.
I mean, you can argue that he's pretty much the best in his era right now.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, if we're comparing this to the NBA, he's the best player in the league playing right now. That's what he is. He's not even LeBron because he hasn't been around long enough. He's more like Kevin Durant.
Fair enough.
He's like Kevin Durant, a fucking scoring machine. He's a beast, but he still got more shit to do. He already won a couple of chips, but his career ain't over yet. LeBron's towards the end. KD still got another, 7-8 years left.
All right, so let me ask
maybe
you.
5.
Depends. Stop getting into LeBron. So my bad. No, what was I about to ask you? So if he does he's got the Mook battle coming up right now. If he does,
allegedly, I'm not sure if that's set. Is that set in
okay,
stone?
We'll say
sure. Yeah,
I'm not.
We'll say he has the Mook battle. Okay.
So let's put it like this, right? He has the Mook battle. Say he either has a debatable or clearly beats Mook. Then where does that put him at then?
If he clearly beats Mook, then that door is open to me. If he clearly beats Mook, he's standing in the doorway. Like he's right in the doorway of legend. He needs one more. If he can beat Luke and Lux or Mook and Hollow, he needs 2 of those victories. If he gets 2 clear victories over a legend, he walks through the door, he's there. He's there. Like if he beats Mook clearly and then he does something else, because he's right outside in the waiting room. Let's be honest. Like he's definitely top 10 right now. You could say he's top 10 of all time right now. Like that's how good he is. Like I said, he's like Kevin Durant. You could argue he's right there. So if he beats Mook clearly, man. What do you think about that?
Man, if he beats Mook, who everybody pretty much puts him as like one of the founding fathers, or even, the Mount where everybody always try to put him on Mount Rushmore. Like I said, I think that actually, I'm gonna keep it real. I think that kind of pushes him through the door at that point. Like, think about
I
that.
can't argue with you. Yeah, I can't. I'm not really gonna argue with you.
Like that door just completely opens up for him at that point. Because then it's just like, all right, then who do you if he be like, then you got to think about that. How many people can really say they clearly beat Mook? Even what Verb, but that battle is low key debatable in some
That's a
aspects.
fact. That's a fact.
Not many people can say they clearly beat Mook.
Mook low-key doesn't really have a clear loss on his resume, like a clear one. Every battle's been debatable. Either he won or it's been debatable.
Hey, you know who else doesn't really have a clear loss on his record?
Are you gonna say
Well,
Geechi got it?
nope.
Oh,
well, I was about to say that, and I thought about it. Wait a minute, there are a couple. Never mind.
Well, he has a couple of debatables. He had a debatable good. The Rum Nitty the first battle was debatable.
Well, no, I'm saying as in clear losses. Like he was it the A-War, the Danny? That's the only ones I can really think about. Maybe a lot of people argue the Arsenal battle, but you know, I've talked to people. A lot of people have Geechi winning that one also.
Yeah, I mean, said Geechi. We already know the fans have already called him a legend. I'm just being really harsh with my critique, but damn, it's hard because tonight's performance was spectacular. Like, yo, it was great. Like, wow.
It's crazy. We just spent literally 10-15 minutes again talking about Geechi. Like, this is how it's weird. Like, that's not even weird. This is just how polarizing the man is. Like, you can really just get into a full-blown conversation about him just out of nowhere. Like, you see what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of battle rappers out there that have that aura on them. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just basically what I was saying. He's the best player in basketball, and when you have a show, it's easy to talk about the number one player. It's easy. There's a bunch of topics to like. He does so many things well. You can always branch off into another subtopic about him. Like even his opponents, his past.
That face off he did with Casey was hilarious. The whole I'm not look her in the eyes. I was crying when I saw that.
He was dead serious. He was a man of his word. He did not look her in the eye the whole face off. He definitely was looking her in her eye during the battle. During the battle, he definitely made eye contact. he definitely made eye contact with it because he was talking to her like an angry father. It was wow. Like I said, Geechi, he deserves to be in the finals. I mean, I know it's kind of a disappointment to people who wanted upsets a la March Madness, but no, this wasn't that day. Geechi definitely. If you bet on a favorite, you bet on a favorite, you won your little bit of money.
Let's. Speaking of upsets and non-upsets, I guess that's a perfect transition to the other battle with Cortez and Rum Nitty.
Oh no!
Well, go ahead, talk about it.
Oh man, did you see the whole battle? Or did you see a piece of it? Like I don't.
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Well, I know you were at work, so you know how that is. People have real lives. I'm gonna make it short and sweet, and then we can like elaborate. But Cortez choked horribly in the first round. He choked again in the second round, not as horrible as the first round. And he had a good third round. And when he wasn't choking, he was good. But that's beside the point. And on top of all of that, what I just said, Rum Nitty was great. Rum Nitty was on 30, just like Geechi was. So it didn't help. And then after Cortez stumbled horribly in the second and then got it together, Rum Nitty was bad. You could see him saying this is over. You could just see him mouthing it. He's saying it out loud. I felt bad for Cortez, but he choked bad. And he had like a prep moment where he said, "I'm choking," out loud. And it was like, oh man, like he literally said, "I'm choking." And he started spazzing and it was bad. It was ugly. It was cringy. It was ugly. Oh man. Yeah.
Battlers, can y'all do us a favor? Can y'all stop this "I'm choking" thing? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, y'all just make this shit look worse. Like, I swear, it gets like no disrespect, but it gets annoying after a while. Like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, he announced the fact that he was choking. He was
like, It doesn't help you. It doesn't help when y'all do that because then it's like, okay, y'all don't leave it for the fans to kind of debate. Okay, maybe he lost his place for a second. Let him get it back. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you say I'm choking, that makes it. Ugh, I hate that. It's like grinding nails on a nails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah, like he was at that point where he was rhyming you like, okay, he might get it back. And when he said that, it's exactly what you just said. Like, oh damn, you just admitted it. Now I can't even deny. Like, bruh, it was bad. It was ugly and nasty. So he automatically lost the first round to me. Like that choke was so bad. I don't care what he said after that. He lost. The second round, like, he picked it back up, and he had good material. But Rum Nitty was so good that he was so good. I got to go back and just say he lost because of the choke again. So he's already down 2-0 going into the third. What do you want? He's done. And then Rum Nitty was on one. So and Cortez had a really good third round, but I still think it was a 30. Right.
I'm gonna use a quote from one of my favorite movies right quick. You were the chosen one, Cortez. You were supposed to bring balance to the force, and you didn't.
Well, I'm gonna quote a double source because it's Sue Surf who quoted it. The quote's actually from Above the Rim. And Cortez, you had a Georgetown scout in the crowd. You dropped the ball. Like you had a Georgetown scout out there, nigga. Like what 100K on the line. And that's what he kept saying. He knew it. He knew he blew it. If you were watching the battle, he clearly knew he fucked up real bad. And he was distraught mid-battle because of the choking. So that didn't help either. His composure was gone. He didn't, and like on top of all of that, he was dressed terribly. Like, so that didn't help either. So, oh man. Like, yo, oh man. Like on top of all of that, he was overweight and like wasn't dressed for his weight. Just to make it like nice. Put it that way. The gear wasn't.
He had an extra. Don't tell me he had an extra medium T-shirt on. Like what
basically,
bro,
he had the schmedium on. He had the schmedium. It was bad. It looked bad. Like yeah. On top of that,
my man Tez was out there looking like Rex.
Not as bad as Rex. I'm not gonna go here. Not as bad as Rex, because Rex in the white beater. Rex in the white beater was dirty. Paul, like that was dirty. But no, he was looking bad. And on top of the choking, looking like that, and then Rum Nitty being on one, it was ugly. It got ugly fast. I think Rum Nitty was up like 3,500 votes at one point. Like it was ugly. It was like 3,500 to 500, something like that. It was ugly. Yeah, Rum Nitty clearly, and we got a rematch for the finals.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about having the Rum Nitty and Geechi rematch? Are you mad at it? You happy about it? You're just indifferent? Talk to me.
Personally, I'm indifferent. I see a lot of people. I've been looking at a lot of like just since the battle ended. A lot of people are saying they can split the money 50-50. They're cool. To be honest, I don't really care about that's their business. I don't care if they split the money. That has nothing to do with me. I just want a good battle. The first battle was good. I just hope they both bring an A game and it's a great battle. I really don't, because I know they're cool. I know they both do the Tripp thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just hoping they both bring their A game. And I think it should be a good battle because these are two of the best battle rappers going right now. So I'm expecting a good battle, and may the best man win, to be honest. It's toss-up. Because Rum Nitty on one is Rum Nitty. We know Geechi's fire. We just talked about him for 15 minutes. We know Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty is arguably the best puncher of all time. He's in the argument. So when he's on one, he's on one. So this should be a fire battle. I mean, a lot of people are disappointed because it's the rematch, but I'm not disappointed because it's a rematch. I'm just kind of like, all right, let me see what happens.
I was just about to say it's hard to be disappointed that it's a rematch when you literally have pretty much the two of the best niggas around doing battling again. You see what I'm saying? And especially when the first battle wasn't bad. You know, it was a great battle the first time around. I guess it's just, you know how with battle rap, we always fall into the stigma that, you know, rematches, all the rematches that normally happen aren't never as good, or they always go awry. Something always goes bad in them. Like prime example, Arsenal versus Shotty Horror, or like Arsenal versus Hollow. You see what I'm saying? Like, we always have these weird rematches, and where the rematch is always just terrible most of the time. So maybe that's what the fear is.
What was the exception? Oh, Clips and Tay Rock was an exception.
Yeah, that's the only exception to that rule.
Yeah, Clips and Tay Rock was a great rematch.
Shout out to Clips and shout out to Rock. So I mean, but as far as people, like, because I've heard a couple of people say that, oh well, they're gonna split. They're just probably gonna split the money, quote unquote. Like, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think the two of them are too professional to even do something like that. You see what I mean? Like, think about it. We saw brain fart, Geechi and Swamp team up, and we both know everybody knows they cool as hell with each other. They then turn around, battle each other, and didn't hold no punches. Or like even with Rock and Geechi, everybody knows Rock and Geechi cool. And look what they did. Look what Geechi and Swamp did against Rock and Easy. You see what I'm saying? I think they're too professional, and they're too competitive of people. If I said that wrong, right? To want to try to we're just gonna split it. Nah, we're gonna battle for this money, and we made the best man win.
I mean, like I said, personally, that to me doesn't have anything to do with the battle. I mean, I agree with what you're saying though, and like especially in the true spirit of competition, Geechi seems like he wants to take that 100K like straight out, obviously, and so is Rum. But let's say they even did split it. As long as the battle's good, that's really none of our business. You know what I mean? Like literally, it's really none of our business what they do with the winnings. I just want a fire ass battle. Like, but
that's a fact.
Who cares what they do with the money afterwards? But I want a fire ass battle. As long as both these niggas is on 10, I'm gonna be happy. Whatever happens, I don't care if they give the money to charity afterwards. It doesn't matter. Give me fucking 3 fire rounds each, and let me have a classic. That's what I want, and this should be classic.
Right.
Especially if one of them feels like they lost the first one, because that was super debatable. If I'm one of them, I want to just click. Like, shit. I think I had Geechi edging the first battle, like, so if I'm Rum, I want to win.
Yeah, because like my thing is I don't like this whole narrative of people are running around that, oh, it's an agenda. This was all set up to have them battle again. Like, stop it. It was a tournament and you had a tournament, two of the best niggas in here. Like, everybody knew that everybody knew that this was going to be a possibility any damn way. You see what I mean? Like, we can't be running with these narratives that, oh, it's a hidden agenda. Like, no, like, y'all got to get out that bag, bro.
I mean, I've been one to go in a conspiracy bag, but this right here is ridiculous. The only thing I can see people complaining about is if you looked at the brackets before the tournament and you were like, well, Rum Nitty's the best on this side and Geechi's the best on this side. I hope they don't make it because it's obvious. That I can understand. But the whole they wanted them to make it, what for? Because most people are upset it's not more than say most, but some people are upset it's a rematch anyway. So why would URL want that? You know what I mean? I think URL would have rather had KCJ beat Geechi, to be honest, because it would have been first off, it would have been a super upset. And secondly, that would have been a huge shot in the arm for female battle rap if she beat Geechi. And I think, they've been promoting female battle rap. So that would have been great for them from that, aspect. That would have been really good. So I think they technically were rooting. I don't know if this is true, but I think allegedly they might have been rooting for KCJ to win. And Geechi did her so dirty. So I don't think there was any like shady dealings in Rum vs. Geechi, the rematch. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, what do you think about the fact that because I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, that Casey got robbed
tonight?
Yes.
No, whoever said that doesn't either they have hearing problems, they don't like Geechi, or they hate all men, something like that. Like, other than that, there's no way you can say KCJ won this battle. No way. Like Tony Bro gave her a round. I don't see how you give her a round in this battle. I mean, all respect to Tony Bro, like, yeah, I mean, he gave the battle to Geechi 2-1. I don't see how you could give her a round personally. I think she lost all three clear. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think she got rocked at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. And she wasn't bad in the battle. It's just that Geechi was really, really, really good.
Right.
Yeah, that's no disrespect to Casey. She did her thing. It's that it wasn't enough.
Right. Yo, shout out to everybody watching live in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Also,
Salute.
if you're hearing this later, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Even if you don't, we still appreciate it. And then, if you want to support the channel, just look in the description box. There's a couple ways to support us. Don't forget, we have the merch website. Go to www.eblmerch.com. And if you want to save a little bit of change on it, there's a promo code called EBL1 that'll save you 10% off. But yeah, go cop some merch. We got everything. We got masks, t-shirts, hoodies. Ladies, we got leggings for y'all. We got accessory bags for y'all. If you're the type of person that likes what's some stupid things? Fanny pack. We even got that. So there's an assortment of stuff on there. So again, EBLmerch.com, promo code EBL1. It save you 10% off. You know what I'm saying? Support. And at the end of the day, all that money from there just goes right back into, being able to bring out more content, more crazy battles in the future and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, look in the description boxes and support. Even if you don't support, we still love you.
Yeah, man, show some love. But I just to finish off the topic, like what made the Geechi Casey battle, because I'm done talking about Cortez and Rum because Cortez just disappointed me with the choking. There's really no need to talk about that. But just to finish it off, like what made it great was Casey was good. It wasn't like, okay, Casey was bad and Geechi just won. No. Casey was doing her thing. Geechi was just fucking on 30 and like, yo, I'm trying to say, like, the disrespect, it was just like he did the Swamp. He treated her like another nigga. He treated her like he treated her like a random nigga he never met before. I mean, but the angles were there, but like he was calling her a manly bitch. He was saying everything to her, bro. This motherfucker Geechi is grimy, dog. Like, that's what made that battle great to me. The replay value was just to watch him spaz. But he did it against a good Casey. So it wasn't like she didn't show up. No, she fought. It's just like, no, your team wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? It was just like your team wasn't good enough.
Geechi, that's the thing about Geechi. He really knows how to separate, being in the ring and then being cool with you afterwards. Like, he's like, yo, be cool after this shit, but right now, when we in that ring, no, you the ops. I don't give a fuck about you. Respect.
You would have really thought he hated her. Like the way he was, like, you would have thought he had a personal against her. Like, he was good. He was cutting deep, man. Like, she couldn't say anything. She was just standing there looking distraught too, because she knew it was happening. Ain't no way you could say she won, man. Like I said, the gas was, I wouldn't even call it wasn't like We Go Hard gas. Shout out We Go Hard. But it wasn't like We Go Hard gas. It was just like people were responding, and it was funny. I think it was just like people who wanted it to be. I feel like the gas was warranted almost. I don't feel like he was doing that good to me. I don't think it was over the top like they were gassing bars that weren't fire. I think it just got a little bit much because he was so good. It was consistent gas, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's like he had the crowd going the whole damn battle. So it seemed like there was always some noise in the background because he was cooking. So I could see how like you could get tired of it, especially if you were rooting. I'm not saying Tone Bro was rooting for Casey, but if you were rooting for Casey, you're mad that she doesn't have any support in the background. She looked like she had nobody with her. Like, nobody from Queen of the Ring was there. There wasn't any of the Bardashians there. So she was literally by herself, it looked like. So there was nobody cheering her on. She did get some reaction, but compared to Geechi, she had minimal to none. So that didn't help either. Yeah, that didn't help. But there you go. 100K, Rum Nitty, Geechi. Who you got in the battle? Wait. You want to do addiction or you want to save that?
Man, we'll save that for when we recap the whole Nome card.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, because I really want to. Did you see the Nome card real quick?
I saw
You don't
it,
have
but
to
I
give
don't
you.
like remember it off the top. I did see it though.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I did
Actually,
see
no.
it.
You know what? Matter of fact, we got 20 minutes before we move on to the next thing. I'll go and tell it. I'll go and tell you the battles, right? So we got obviously
Mm-hmm.
Geechi Rum Nitty. We got Loso versus Jerry West. We got T Top versus Swamp. We got Mike P versus Lou Castro. We got JC versus Fonz. We got Danny Myers versus Real Sick. We got B Dot versus DNA. Av versus Jada Nightwing. T Rex versus Easy the Block Captain. And the headliner is Tay Rock versus Chilla Jones.
Mm-hmm. That's a damn
What are
fire
your
card,
initial?
man.
I was about to say, what are your initial thoughts on the Burgle? I
I
like the
think it
card. I just
sounds,
don't like the
yeah, it
fact that there's
sounds
that many
fire.
battles on there.
It sounds fire. I did see that it starts at 3 p.m. So there must be a reason it starts at 3 p.m. with that many battles. But to be honest, every battle sounds good on that card. I don't hear any like stinkers. I don't hear no
Bruh,
duds.
there is 10 battles on this card. If it starts at 3, they're gonna do the pre-show, so that means at 3:30. This card ain't ending until like 11 o'clock, bro.
I mean, that's a day's worth of battle rap. You got a month to plan it out. That's a day's worth of battle rap. Set aside your Saturday. You know what I mean?
Man, I
Like you
might have
said,
to
it's
go.
gonna be
My,
6-7 hour event.
oh
But yeah, I mean, the
man.
battles sound fire though. They outdid themselves with this one. This sounds like I like it because it's not like a bunch of quote unquote super top tiers and a bunch of names. It sounds like actual good battles. Like these
Yeah.
battles, like T
I,
Top Swamp, that's been brewing.
right.
Like that's been
I don't know.
brewing. So we
I've heard a couple of people complain about it. Like they're like, "This doesn't seem like a Gnome card." And XYZ. I'm like, bro, like y'all gotta remember, Dome and Summer Madness is two different things. Like Summer Madness is when you get like the super top tier matches. Gnome has been like the top tier matches, like
well,
Chilla Tay Rock, like that's a top tier match, but it's just like it's not the super crazy ones. You see what I mean? It
well,
always has a mix of
in response to that, because Nome does stand for night of main events. So
uh-huh.
in respect to that, all these battles would not be a main event. That is
Right.
true. So in response to the it might not be a typical Nome, that's true. I agree with that. But I think the
Right.
card's fire, but it might not be a typical it's not a typical Nome card because every battle on the card it would be a main event. So that in that aspect is true, but I think we should be happy that all these battles sound fire. So yeah,
I
people are
mean,
nitpicking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think URL has kind of moved when it comes to Gnome. URL's kind of tailored away from the fact that it's supposed to be any battle could be like a main event. Like prime example, wasn't Mike P and Saga that was on Gnome, wasn't it?
I'm not sure right off the top of the head. I'm not sure.
I believe
Uh,
if I'm not mistaken, I was Gnome 10. Give me a matter of fact. Let me put. Give me 5 seconds. I'll go look it up right now.
Wait, Gnome 10 was
Um,
Daylight and Tay Rock, right?
Yep. Hold on. All right. Tablet wants to act up. All right. Guess what? We're going to go on computer then.
What we got?
Hold up. I pulled up finally. Okay. So Gnome 10, we had Low Deluxe and Surf. We had Daylight, Tay-Rock, Geechi, Averb, John Don, and Ill Will, Mike P, The Saga, Jada Nightwing, and Fonz. Jada Nightwing, Fonz was from the finals of Ultimate Madness 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, so like let's break that down. Like, does John and Ill Will really low key is in a main event match? Like, it may be on like a Born Legacy, a Born Legacy, it would be, but not on like a Gnome. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that's arguable. I do understand where you're coming from, but I think because those are two top tier battle rappers. I can see it sneaking in. I see it sneaking in on a Gnome, but it's not. I mean, I understand. Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think John John's good enough to be a main event. Bill Will's
Yeah.
definitely proven himself.
Yeah.
But Mike P, the Mike P thing, I agree with you on that one. That was on Nome, and I don't know if that would be a main event on any card. Was that Mikey versus the Saga? You said.
Yeah, that was Mikey.
Yeah, I don't think that would main
Saga.
event. That might main event a Born Legacy, like you said.
Like even I think even Nome 9 didn't really have like a lot of main event matches. Hold on, let me go look. Nome 9 was Arsenal versus Av, John versus Jack Boy, Pat Stay versus Suge, and Surf Geechi Gotti, Avert Blux, and Rum Nitty K-Shine.
Yeah, those sound like more main event battles than the Nome 10. I mean, well, that Mike P versus Saga joint. All those battles could be main events.
Pat Stay Suge could be a main event.
Yo,
I guess.
Paste, yeah. Suge got a name, and Paste low-key is fire, even though he kind of shit the bed versus Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock, I mean, K-Shine, excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, that was bad, and that outfit, he get burned.
But no, but you get the point where I'm coming from. Like, they've slowly been kind of moving away from that, well, every match on here could be a main event. You see, is what I was just trying to get at.
And I agree with you in that standpoint. And also, they really don't have a choice since they're putting on so many cards and events. Now it's like they've done so much. Now it's hard to just those main events have already happened, basically.
Yeah,
like
like most of the top tier matches that we've looked for, nigga, they're done. And it's like they gotta build up. I still feel like this. My bad. They've got to figure out a way to build up this new era and see what they can actually do on something like this. So what better way for them to figure it out than for them to actually be on a card like this? You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they definitely have to usher in a new era. Those battle rappers are getting 20 years into their career. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a sport. You got to usher in a new age. So I mean, it's up to them to step up. Like we were talking about Holmzie. He should have won tonight, in my opinion. He should have beat Oops. Like he dropped the ball. That's why he's stagnant. He dropped the ball. He should have beat Oops and he should have beat him clear. He didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? URL gave him an opportunity to show out. He should have washed Oops. He didn't do that. And I'm not saying Oops is bad, but I'm talking about from Holmzie being the new era, the new class. He had a buzz. Bro, you just dropped the ball, man.
Yeah. My bad. I was responding to somebody in the live.
No, you good. Like even like Real Sick. It's the opposite. He's taking advantage. Yeah. Real Sick got a nice buzz right now. Even though I think they lost that 2-on-2 versus Arsenal and Kid Chaos, that 2-on-2 like with him and B-Dot, he still did his thing in that shit. He was still good, and that was like an all-star game. Yeah. Yeah, so Real Sick is taking advantage of it. And then you got dudes like Holmzie who have a chance to take advantage and they don't do it. Yeah.
Like you said, I'm not mad at me personally. I'm like I said earlier, I'm not mad at the card. I kind of like
that's a fire
especially with Tay Rock and Chilla Jones. You know, I'm glad that battle is finally on. It's finally happening. Like that's one of the battles I've been in back of my head. I've been kind of wishing to happen for a while. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm a Chilla Jones fan. Shout out Chilla, though. Shout out Bean. Being from Boston, Chilla Jones repping. So, I mean, I'm biased going into the battle, but that's not the way I judge. But this battle should have taken place a long time ago. So this is a fire. Like, that's a fire main event on a night of main events. And I got Chilla 2-1. That's all I'm going to say. Chilla 2-1.
Oh, okay. Guy in the chat named Peaceful Warrior. Shout out to you. He was like, get Strick to come back because Strick battled beat out as well. He lost, but with a great battle on both sides. So I guess he's trying to get Strick just to come back in general. Hey, I would love to see Strick back, but I don't know if Strick would be able to translate on URL. That's the only thing. Respectfully, shout out Strick. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough because that crowd is different.
Yeah.
It's literally different. Just like being down south is different than being up north in New York. It's definitely different. But King of the Dot, those crowds the whole vibe is different.
Right. Peace. I know about Strick being from LB and then going to doing live battles and stuff like that. My bad. I'm having a conversation with
I man gotta interact with the peoples.
Yeah, my apologies, Virgo. All right. So let's move on to the headache.
Oh man.
Karma. All right, so I know people are wondering, all right, what happened on Tuesday when all the battles were supposed to go down, right? All right, so here's what happened. Shorthand version, we had a situation and we were going to postpone the card for another week, but then the very next day we found out the situation got resolved and everything. And trying to get all the battles rescheduled back on time was kind of difficult. So what we did, we just called an audible and was like, all right, look, we're going to do certain battles on this day. We'll do certain battles on that. We'll do certain battles on certain days. That way we could still, complete the objective and get as many of those battles out to y'all as possible to the, so that's why, we had that one live where you had Skitt versus Tripps and who was it? Skitt versus Tripps, Luno versus Dupe, and what was the other one?
Muggy versus NOvate.
Oh yeah, Muggy versus NOvate. My apologies, y'all. It's getting late. So, Burgle, talk to me.
Yep.
How'd you feel about Karma day one?
Man, I thought it was good. 3 battles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody showed up. Everybody showed out. They started off the night with Skitt versus Tripps. I thought that was a good battle. I had Tripps edging the battle, but it was a good battle. One rounder. I believe, did Tripps go second?
Yeah.
I think I had Tripps edging. If I believe, did you have Skitt winning?
Yeah, I think I had Skitt winning. I think I had Skitt winning only by a slight edge. So
okay, I had Tripps winning by an edge, so I'm not mad at that. I could see that.
Yeah.
So it was a close battle. It was good.
Yeah. Like I think the thing with that battle is because there's so much history between them that we don't we don't know about, and that I think a lot of it got addressed. So it's like a lot of it kind of went over people's heads during the battle. Like I noticed when Skitt was talking about certain things like that Trips did back in the day and vice versa. I'm just like, okay. So it's like it was hard for me to follow really where they were going. And also the fact that, salute to Trips, but like somebody in Discord said, Trips kind of sounds like Bill Clinton. Like, and I didn't even, and it's like, so it's weird hearing him rap. Like, if you want to imagine Bill Clinton rapping, just listen to a Trips battle. Like, respectively. Shout out to
Yeah, I thought the battle was higher, but yeah, nah. If you had Skitt winning, I can't be mad at that. There was a fire battle. Both of them did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like now that you say that, I'm laughing in my head because like I could just hear his fucking southern accent. But that was a good battle, man. Shout out to both those MCs that showed up, Blazin and Tripps. Next was Luno and Dupe. I believe Dupe went first. Dupe did his thing. His mic was a little weird, but he did his thing. And then Luno went, and I had Luno winning. I wouldn't say like it was a dirty body or something ugly like that. I had Luno winning. He had some good angles. One that Dupe didn't. I mean, obviously he probably wasn't going to agree with because he's getting battled against. But Luno was clever in that battle. He had some good bars. He had good angles. So I thought Luno like outsmarted him in that battle. That doesn't mean like Dupe's not smart. I'm just talking about in a tactical war. I think Luno came out on top.
Yeah, like the thing with Dupe, like Dupe impressed me. I think that might have been the best Dupe I've heard. Like even going back and listening to the rewind we had with him recently. What battle was that? I can't remember the battle. It's getting late. My bad.
Oh, was it Knowledge? Was it Knowledge?
Yeah. Like I feel like even that. I feel like versus Luno, and then especially I think about it. They only had 1 or 2 weeks prep, because they got added like last minute and shit. So like for them to actually put something together at the last minute and make it a great battle, like that just shows the level of their ability to write. You see what I'm saying?
Shout out to both of them, man, for real. So Luno had that angle, and that definitely took research. So he put in the work. Yeah, he put in the work. Said both those MCs showed up. I was when I heard Dupe's round, I was thinking, okay, Luno's gonna have to do something, and I think he did enough to win. But I couldn't be mad if you were a Dupe fan because Dupe showed up and did his thing too. Like he was cooking. So if it came down to preference, I understand. But me personally, I had Luno taking it. But
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When Dupe had turned up and was like, Dave said I need more. This, that, the third. I'm like, here they go with the Dave said shit. Here it is. We go back to this era again. But no, like he was going off. I'm like, ooh, all right, Dupe. Like I'm like, all right, it might be low key getting dark for Luno. Like, what is Luno about to do? And then the way Luno started his round, I was like, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, he started off slow.
Yeah, I was getting Eerie Augustine type vibes, low key.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, no, please don't, Luno. But then when he picked it up, and then he got to the angle. And in case y'all don't know, he had a little angle about Dupe, hitting up and having a conversation with Yoshi G and stuff like that. It was a funny angle. You see what I'm saying? And he just he executed it so well that like he just really won the crowd over. He won the crowd and won the battle mostly off the angle alone.
And he did some Discord magic because he had screenshots in the chat ready. For anybody who doesn't know about the Discord, doing the audio battle, the chat's running at the same time, and he had screenshots running simultaneous to his round in the chat. So it kind of worked. Yeah, it just worked. It was beautifully done.
Yeah, I don't never understand how. Salute to the Discord battlers, because it's like the way y'all are able to time y'all rounds and drop y'all screenshots at the same time when y'all have a particular angle. Like it still amazes to me because I'm like, I don't know how I could sit there and rap and go to my phone and drop a screenshot at the same time and then make sure I'm still in the right placement. Like that's a lot. You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah, that was a fire ass battle. They both showed up. Yeah, definitely didn't disappoint. And
all right,
do you have anything else to say on that one, Dave?
Nope.
All right, so the last battle we got Muggy and NOvate. You go first this time. Pause.
Muggy, I feel like still has a little bit more to work on because he's with salute Muggy. Muggy, you don't homie, but it's like sometimes he tends to get a little long-winded when he get into the punch, and then it's like even sometimes he doesn't try to punch. He just kind of tries to just rap. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just think that he needs to throw a little more punches, and then he needs to figure out how to make that punch hit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then even with NOvate, when he starts, he keeps going all the way to the end. He doesn't breathe. He doesn't stop. Even if he says something crazy, he doesn't he just raps through the crowd reaction, all that. NOvate's like, nope, this is where I'm starting. This is where I'm going to go where I'm ending. Nigga don't care. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like, and that's another thing, like with NOvate kind of needs to do the same thing. Like, yo, if you're gonna if you got a crazy punch, once you get to that, stop, let the crowd react. Get your breath, you know what I'm saying? Then get back right into it. Like they both got to learn how to like switch pockets, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But outside of that critique, the battle was a good back and forth. What was it? What was that? What was the quotable that NOvate said? That I'm sunning Muggy
patterns. Yeah, changing weather.
Sunning Muggy like the changing weather pattern. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that came out of left field, and it was like a Barry Bonds home run. That was into the fucking McCovey Cove. Like you died, like yo, people was rushing after the home run though. Like yo, that shit was crazy. That was crazy.
And that's the thing. NOvate, you really shook the building with that. Like, if you had just stopped right there, everybody would have been you had a crowd erupted on your side at that point. You could have probably stopped right there. You probably could have said a few lines and then called time, and everybody would be like, shit, it's a clear body. You see what I'm saying? But it's just like because I know at one point I think he lost his placement because you could tell that he went back to the beginning part of his material. I guess he realized he lost his placement, so he started kind of freestyling a little bit because he didn't want to just start choking. And then it's like after that, he got to the end. He was like, "All right, I'm finna call time."
Yeah, I mean, wait. So how'd you call the battle? I'll let you finish up.
Oh, I gave you the NOvate, like because of that. The Sun and Muggy was the one that kind of pushed it over the edge for me for NOvate, to be honest with you. And then, like I said, that's not saying that Muggy was bad or anything. It's just the fact that NOvate had that one. That was that one punch. You see them? So.
Okay. Yeah. So Muggy went first, and I thought Muggy was good. It's like you said, it was almost a little bit Kid Chaos-y because he was taking a while to get to the punch. And when he got there, either hit or it didn't hit as hard as he wanted it to, in my opinion. So I think he wasn't, he got through his material. His flow's a little bit choppy, but he got through his material good. It's like, when I mean choppy, like he didn't choke or anything, but it's like, it wasn't smooth all the way through compared to NOvate, who has a weird flow, but it flowed, if that makes sense. Once you get used to his flow, it was flowing because he just kept it up, like you said, the whole battle. He really didn't have many pauses. He just kept going. He didn't he rapped through the crowd reaction. He had to stop a little bit when he dropped the Sun and Muggy bar because the reaction was so loud, he really couldn't rap over that. But other than that, he kept going. So, I mean, I definitely, overall, I gave the battle to NOvate. But I think Muggy did his thing, but NOvate really showed out, especially after that battle he had with Joe Fresh. Like, he really showed he improved. And I think he's on a steady incline. I mean, incline, because once he learns how to control the crowd, because I think that'll take him to the next level. In regards to Muggy, I agree with what you said. He needs to work on getting to the punch a little bit faster and maybe being a little more energetic, getting the crowd into a little more. Because I like Muggy's style, but I need more, Paul. I need more.
Yeah, get it like Muggy. I know you want to rap, but you also got to be able to you got to throw a little charisma in there. Like, let the people laugh. Like, Muggy, I've seen you not in battle mode, like laughing with people, joking with people. You got to kind of throw that in there into your shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think if you start doing that a little bit more, that'll also help out.
Well, in respect to that, because it's not easy to do, because just like we were just talking about, Jimz tried that tonight and it didn't work. So when I say change your style, Mug, obviously, but you have charisma, and I think you need to let that show a little more so you can draw the crowd in, because that's part of it. Because NOvate basically ignored the damn crowd, but he had no choice but to acknowledge him. He had no choice but to acknowledge him when he dropped that haymaker, which was the haymaker of the night. So shout out to NOvate. Yeah. That was the haymaker of the night. Like, that was a fire. Like, so all three battles were fire. But since we're speaking on this one, I had NOvate winning in what I believe to be his best performance that I've heard. I think I forgot the other. I've heard two of his battles prior. The battle with Joe Fresh, and I listened to one other. I can't remember who he was facing. But this definitely was his best performance, in my opinion, on a Discord, especially. Like, wow, this was good. And his flow is very unorthodox. But once you start listening to it, especially if you're really into lyrics and rap, you start getting into it and you realize what he's doing. It's like, okay, this is different. So I liked it, and he was smooth too. He got through it. There wasn't any until he got to the point where he repeated himself. He didn't even stumble. It's kind of like he was smooth with it, but he said the same thing twice.
Yeah, it was the way he just smoothly ran back his material. Accidentally ran back into his material. That's why I was like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah, he caught the bar, then he started freestyling, and that was towards the end of the round. But in my opinion, he had already won. But if I'm gonna be super technical, I would take a point away just for saying, hey, you did repeat the stuff, but I still would have him winning, because that haymaker made it a 10-8 round to me. And then with that little stumble, I'll give a point back to Muggy. So I say he won 10-9. Put it that way. I mean, technically repeat his bars.
Hey, hold on. But see, here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. This is how smooth it was. It's like you can't even take it away because he didn't choke. All he did was repeat something from back in the beginning. He realized it right then and there. Started freestyling about some shit. You see what I'm saying?
No,
So it's
but
not
I'm
like
being super technical. I'm being super technical, Dave. Like, hey, I'm being. It wasn't. It was smooth in the fact that he didn't stumble. But I'm being super technical, and bro, you repeated what you already said. Like,
hey, Burgle,
that.
Burgle.
Yeah, what's up,
Burgle, homie?
Yes.
You know you the homie, right?
Yes.
Last time I checked, you don't have a degree in surgery, so I'm gonna need you to stop being so surgical. Bar guy.
Hey, I'm breaking it down in an unbiased way, and I'm being
In an unbiased way.
Yeah, unbiased. Yeah, I'm not rooting. I mean, even if I'm unbiased, let me go again. That went over, see, that went over my head. That went, yeah. See, that bar went over my head. My bad. I got you now. No, not like that. But anyway, shout out whoever. I'm just gonna put that there. But I'm breaking it down. Like, no matter even if I know any of these guys, like when I listen to battle rap, I judge it down the middle. I want to hear it. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm judging it down the middle, and it's like, I'm trying to be totally fair because I know Muggy more than I know NOvate. So, if I was gonna do that, I'd be like, oh, Muggy won. No. You got to be fair, judge it down the middle. I'm critiquing harshly. That's why if I'm gonna be really technical, he did repeat his bars over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, he did catch it and he did start freestyling, which was good. But hey. So you're not taking points off of that, obviously.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at you for that, but the way I judge is I'm technical with it,
All right.
So 3 fire battles. So let's do all right. F you. Let's talk about the next battle you had. I believe, what was it, last night?
Yes, it was last night.
Off the Karma card.
Yep. Again, Knifelife versus Wu 5. All right, so. Let's talk about it, because I've been seeing some people. I've been seeing some people that say that they got Wu 5 taking it. I've seen some people that say they got Knifelife taking it. Now, I don't know if there's a little bit of biasness on both sides or what. Like, talk to me. How do you feel about
it? Excuse me. I'm gonna get my decision right off the bat out the way, then we can discuss. I had Wu 5 winning. But it wasn't like a body or anything. I just kind of like it was a good battle to me, and I had Wu 5 winning the battle because that was the best Wu 5 I've heard. And his flow, either you liked it or you didn't, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of those type of things. Either you liked Wu's flow or you didn't, and I liked his flow. And I thought Knife was good. Knife's flow is also a little awkward because he sounds almost stereotypically white. So it's weird. Yeah, he sounds stereotypically white guy-ish. So it's kind of weird. But once you get past that, he's saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I feel like Knife has that JR type flow. I made that comment earlier, and somebody like, "No, Dave, you're bugging." But like you heard the JR versus Chuck battle, right?
Yes.
Shout
out to JR and Chuck, and I think Chuck won clearly, by the way. But
yeah. So you get where I'm getting the comparison from?
Yes, but I mean, Knife seems like he's a professor or something. Like, it seems like he's teaching. It doesn't seem like he's rapping. It seems like he's teaching. It sounds like he's at the fucking chalkboard and he's pointing out to the class and he's teaching. It doesn't seem like he's really rapping. It's funny. That's why Wu gave me more of a rappy feel, and he had bars in there. So that's why I had Wu winning. But I can't say Knife was bad. It's just he gives me that like he's a teacher. I think he needs to work on his flow. He needs to make it more musical. Like, he needs to harmonize better with his rap. Like, does that make sense? His cadence is too bland. He needs more charisma. You know what I mean? Like, he needs more. Because the lyrics to me are there, but his flow it got kind of boring after a while.
I feel like he needs to add like a little. Okay, my bad.
No, go.
I just feel like he needs to add just a little more bass while he's rapping. Getting that. You gotta change his pitch. I think if he changes,
that's a stereotypical Dave Chappelle white guy sound and shit. That's what it was, and it was like,
yeah. I feel like if he just changed, if he just kind of slowed it down and like changed his pitch a little bit, I think that's what he's missing. You see what I'm saying? And then like that way he could get in that rapidy rap bag that he does, but then it'll actually sound a little bit better.
And this is no disrespect to Knife. It sounded like he was talking to him, but it wasn't intimidating. If that makes sense, it's like okay,
that's what I said. If he gets in that, that's what I said. If he gets into that, if he changes his tone and his tone, and just stand up, like
like he needs to get more angry. I need more anger. I need you to be more forceful with the rap because you had some real shit to say, but you didn't deliver it the way I wanted to hear it. I'm talking from a personal perspective. I wanted you to be more angry because you had angles in there too, but it was like you were being friendly. Like I said, it seemed like you were giving a dissertation. You were just talking and not like really rapping. I need more rap feel. But the pen is there. Like the pen is there. He improved from his other battle. Like I said, I thought Knife showed up, but I like Wu's flow. It was more what I wanted to hear as battle rap. How did you have the battle, Dave? I talked enough.
All right. Wu, respect to you, bro. Your flow and everything is just something that I personally will just have to get used to because it's like you have one of those rare slow flows that I'm not used to hearing a lot. So it's like it's something I'll just have to get used to. So like when I was listening, it was just a little bit off-putting, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just give it a fair ear while I'm listening. You see them is what I'm trying to say. That sounded the way I worded that was terrible. Whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just listen and give him a shot. So it's like he had a bunch of punches that I like and everything, and even Knifelife. Like I said, it's a good back and forth. Like if people got Wu winning, I'm not mad at it. And if people got Knifelife overall winning, I'm not mad at it. I feel like it's a close. I might have. I think I edged it to Wu only because I felt like Wu also rapped longer, low key.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only thing I don't like is apparently there's this little narrative that nobody was giving Knifelife reaction, and everybody on EBL was giving Wu 5 all the reaction. Look, I'm gonna say it again, just so y'all can understand this. Wu 5 brought his own people with him. The voice chat was completely. We told everybody if y'all want to react, y'all can. It is not our fault if people do not react for one of the battlers in there. You see, and then you have somebody else who brought his boys there to react with him. That is not our fault.
Well, let's be more specific, Dave. Let's break it down. EBL technically was Commodity, King, yourself, myself, and John Wick, and we were all muted during the battle.
Right.
That's enough said. We were all muted during the battle, so EBL said nothing. There you go. The battle took place on EBL. Yeah, the battle took place on EBL, but no EBL member reacted during the battle at all because we were all muted. Commodity was doing recording and production. King was hosting. I was muted. You were muted, and so was John Wick. So we had no reaction during the battle. Yeah, but we had no reaction. So EBL itself had no reaction. Those were people who were in the crowd. So if you want to be mad at the crowd for reacting for Wu and not Knife, be mad at the crowd. And you kind of explained it even more. Wu came in with his own crowd. So if Wu's own crowd doesn't react for Wu, what are they there for?
Like Wu brought 10, 20 people with him? It was crazy.
I don't know how many people he brought specifically, but I'm just kind of saying, okay, Wu brought his crowd.
No, I'm just saying as far as that. No, what I'm saying is, remember when Wu was like, all right, the battle's about to go down, and then all of a sudden we seen a bunch of people join, and they was all talking right beforehand? That's what I'm talking about. Like, Wu had damn like that's not our fault. Niggas didn't react to him. I mean,
and I'm not saying Wu didn't have a lot of reaction. What I'm saying is I also saw in the chat they were saying it was EBL bias. EBL was not biased. He hosted the battle, presented the content. We had no say on who won or lost, or there was no bias towards anybody.
But see, and here's the other thing. It's not like Wu 5 had like 10 people reacting for him. It was only the same 3 people reacting the whole damn thing.
I agree with that. I'm just gonna look at it from a from an outside perspective and just say, okay, I definitely heard more reaction for Wu, so I understand. But I just don't want them to say it was EBO. It was Wu's people or whoever was reacting for Wu. That's it. Long story short, it was Wu's people or whoever wanted to react, whoever was unmuted. But everybody from EBO was muted. So you can cut the EBO bias right out the picture and just go towards, okay, maybe people weren't reacting for Knifelife. Okay.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't understand. What are we supposed to do? We're just supposed to say in the middle about it, hey, y'all are reacting too much. Y'all need to relax. Like, come on, bro.
I don't think it was a big deal. I think it was just that people, especially if you were rooting for Knifelife, you felt a little bad. Other than that, I don't think it was a big deal. I think if you really know battle rap, both MCs did their thing. I had Wu winning the battle in a good battle. I think it was like that. I don't think there should be nothing crazy. I think people make a lot of something out of nothing.
Yeah. All right. So now we move on to what was it? Oh, that's the only two. That's the only battles we've had so far from the Karma card. Just to give y'all an update, trying to figure out when we can get Ricky and Allboro. So be on the lookout for when we go live for that one. Also, is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday is going to be A-Ward versus Chuck. I know everybody's excited to hear that. I'm one of those people myself. Let's get it. That's about to be a movie. A-Ward, I know you watch our content. Chuck said he is sending you to the moon. God bless. That is a quote from him, sir.
We can say HE double hockey sticks. That's what he said. That's where he's going to send you. There you go.
No, he said no. Again, the quote was moon, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to misquote him.
Yeah, the quote was moon. He said, God bless. And A-Ward, I know you. We know you. You've been on here. We know you're not going to come to you. We know you're not going to bullshit. So, like, again, very, very excited to hear this battle on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live on EBL. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, so y'all can get the notification for when that goes live. And then the other battle that is supposed to go down will be next Friday. That is supposed to be Villa versus Danny Myers. If y'all didn't catch the face off yesterday between them two, it was a dope little face off. I had fun listening to it, and I especially like the fact that Danny really gave Villa his props, because especially when he said what he said, I'm more excited about battling you than battling Enes because of the fact of it's the what if factor with Villa versus he knows what Enes is going to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like a lot of people really don't think that way especially when it comes to trying to battle down here.
We're talking about Danny Myers, man. We're talking about a different breed than Danny Myers. Danny Myers will battle a dog for a rock, a bone. Danny Myers does not care. Shout out Danny, man. He takes everything dead serious.
Yeah, like even again, if you go back to the face off, I think he even said that he's like, "Yo, I don't slack for nothing." He's like, "I don't care if it's just over the phone or what. I'm not slacking for nothing, like because I'm too competitive to lose."
Exactly. That shout out Danny, man. For real. Shout out Villa as well, because I know he's prepared. He's been looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. We got to play. These are the last two battles, I believe, on the card. The Chuck AR versus A-Ward and Danny versus Villa. These two, I mean, to be honest, these are the two battles I was looking forward to the most, because obviously, like, dog, it's Danny and A-Ward. You know what I'm saying? You want to see that. So, like, everybody should be excited about this. Oh, man. Let's go.
And then special announcement, right after that, like King said it the other day, we got in June, I think it's 18th, we got, little small card going down. A couple of guys that, rap over with in Black Compass's Discord, we'll be battling them and stuff. So we'll have a couple of battles battle them. Stay tuned for more details on that.
June 13th, I believe.
June 13th, I'm sorry. Oh, it's the day after. The day after? No? Oh, it's super lit.
Let's go.
Oh, it's super lit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all may not hear a recap about Nome 11 until after the EBL Black Compass joint, low key. Just throw everything together at once.
Yeah, let's go. Make sure y'all tune in to
And
that,
then,
man. That's gonna be fire.
and then in July, King's birthday. He said he's already putting a card together. More details about that card will be put out when I personally hear more about it. Anything else you want to talk about, Burgle?
I think we basically covered everything. I did peep that Gwitty interview where he had a lot to say during the interview, kind of piggybacking off what Spanish Harlem was saying about P and URL. That was interesting. If y'all didn't see it, that was on Hip Hop Is Real. They interviewed Gwitty. That was definitely interesting. I don't know if you saw that, Dave.
No. What is it? Is it an insane concept as what Spanish Harlem was saying?
Yeah, the silencer protocol concept. That's basically he was discussing. And yeah, he got deep. Yeah, Gwitty said a lot, and Gwitty, like I said, shout out Gwitty and shout out New York. Like those New York cats talk real fast, and Gwitty was talking real quick. Like he was in the zone. So yeah, that was an entertaining interview. If y'all didn't see that, go check it out. That was definitely dropped a lot of jewels in that too. Because Gwitty's been around. If y'all don't know, Gwitty's like arguably the best hype man ever, and also he battles a lot too. He got a lot of battles under his belt. I believe he battled Charlie Clips already. Like Gwitty been around for a while, so the dude's definitely he had some gems in that interview.
Oh yeah, and also if y'all don't know, Gwitty has battled on Discord also.
There you go. So I didn't even know that. He's been around forever.
Virgo, you washing dishes?
Nah, Gwitty is paper.
No, I said, are you washing dishes? Because I can hear.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, man? Come on now. What are you talking about?
I think you're washing dishes thoroughly. It's all good. All right, so before we wrap this up, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come up and talk their shit, we're gonna start doing this once we get all our subjects out the way. Here it is. We're gonna give y'all 2 minutes. If nobody joins in 2 minutes, then after that we're cutting this shit.
Yeah, man.
There's a StreamYard link. If you want to join, come chop it up with us. XYZ. We're welcome to hear from y'all. Listen to what y'all got to say.
Yeah, I want to talk about how Geechi whooped Casey J's ass. We can talk about that some more.
Oh God. That
was man, I'm pissed off. I didn't screen record that.
Lord. If you don't know how to use StreamYard, you click the link, you make an account. All you got to do is if you want to have your camera on or off or not, just make sure you have it and make sure your microphone is good. That's all you got to do. If you are going to be on cam though, make sure your background don't look crazy or your signal's bad, because ain't nobody trying to do that. Y'all got exactly 1 minute to join that StreamYard. If y'all don't, like I said, we are cutting this. We are cutting this motherfucker. Salute to the chat though. Salute to the whole move, everybody that supports us, all that. You see what I mean?
Salute. Wave game shit. Salute.
I know I said it earlier. Make sure you go to www.eblmerch.com. Copy some merch. Save 10% off with the code EBL1. All proceeds from that will go directly to future endeavors when it comes to the channel. Getting other battlers on here, we just trying to be able to bring y'all more content. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to have more content, help support. Also, again in the description, there's 2 ways if you want to just donate. We have the EBL Cash App and the EBL PayPal link in the description. Also, if you just want to throw support. So, with that being said, Burgle, I don't think anybody else is joining the live, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and cut it from here, bro.
Sounds good, man. Salute. Happy Saturday, man. EBL shit, you already know. If it ain't exclusive, it don't fucking matter, man.
All right. Matter of fact, let me do one more thing before we do that. Give me 30 seconds, y'all.
Big with the hoes, up with her. No, I'm just fucking around.
What the hell was that?
Who's your mama? Up with her.
I hate you. I hate it here. All right, never mind. They're already off. All right, y'all. Matter of fact, y'all want to go raid alive? That's what we can do tonight. Never mind. The person I wanted to raid, they not even talking about what we talking about. Forget. We was about to go raid battle. Look, we was gonna raid Battle Truth live, but never mind. All right, y'all. My bad. So like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Get you some merch as always. EBL shit, Wave Gang. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. We out this.
Salute.